Hi. Good morning. How's everything going with you? I hope you're doing well out there. My name is Cynthia. I'm here to do a layout for us today. I was inspired to do a layout specifically for this moment. So this reading is going to be not very future oriented or past oriented. It's a great advice layout for how to manage the present moment, whatever you're going through. So I hope you enjoy. This is a layout that I created myself, and it combines my own deck, tarot, and the Lenormand, or Kipper. You could use Kipper as well, or both even. There's certainly no rules. You can expand on it. But I like the concise blend that this reading gives for not only spiritual exploration and self-inquiry, but the mundane as well. It addresses the mundane facts of your existence and what will be most wise for you to do and how you want to approach your present circumstance. Oops. Just about there. Bear with me. These are the last cards on the layout. It looks like this will be a useful layout for someone. There's 3 major arcana cards and only 2 minors. So there's a lot of powerful energy present, and this will likely have some news or insight maybe that can help you know how to work with the present moment. So the situation that you're finding yourself in is one of kind of being in a suspension, a timeout, or a emotional or spiritual suspension. So you might have just recently come through a difficult period, or you're presently in that difficult period, and you're in a period of stillness where you're either trying to make sense of what's causing the stillness or how you can move forward from the stillness. You're not really comfortable in this hanged man energy. Not that the hanged man is ever a comfortable energy, but it's often a deeply powerful experience that raises you up spiritually. Ultimately, it's like for your soul's growth kind of experience. So it's not comfortable. And in fact, this shows this here with these sort of penetrating points coming towards you while you're in this suspended place of trying to sort through what's real. There's a blocked energy. You feel blocked here. And the text that goes with it is look for what's being left out. What is the missing element? So that could be literally, you may need to look for what are the missing elements in your energy right now, whether that's fire, water, earth, or air, and take steps to balance that element within you. It can also be like, what is the element of the circumstance that is not present? So like if you're stuck in a difficult, imprisoned type experience, what is missing? Is it love? Is it truth? Is it honesty? What is the missing element that's contributing to the feeling of entrapment that you have? It could be anything. It could be deception. It could be codependency. It could be abuse. It could be a mental block of your own, right? There's something that you're trying to sort through. And looking for the missing link or the missing element would be helpful to helping you use the time wisely in this suspended place that's got you kind of feeling blocked. You're resistant. You don't really want to be in this place anymore. You'd like to get back into motion. The challenges are, this has something to do with your inner masculine and feminine. This card is animus, which is how Carl Jung conceptualized those concepts. So I'm somebody who identifies as a woman. I'm feminine. Was assigned female at birth. I'm a cis white woman, right? It will benefit someone like me at a time like this, or like you, right, to make sure that you are in an alignment with your feminine energy or your masculine energy, or both. Having those, either one of those polarities be out of alignment or in an imbalanced state can cause a lot of emotional challenges for you. And this is suggesting that if you take this stillness, go within, see what parts of you need to move forward and be active, and what parts of you need to be still and allow things to come to you. That's what's showing up here with this Two of Wands. And it's going to be useful to you to scrutinize that and to look closely at it. What's driving you? What are your motivations? Have you looked deeply into your shadow? Have you checked yourself, right? Like how can you get your own energy into alignment at a time of stillness? It might be feeling out of alignment, and that's partly what is so frustrating about it. I'm someone who runs kind of hot and fiery, and so times of stillness and patience are really tests for me. They're very challenging. I don't do well with lots of earth, slow-moving energy. I'm very like fire-based, catalytic, I like that kind of energy, and if I have to be in a period of stillness for too long, I find it frustrating. But there's good practice in that for me, to practice learning the stillness. That's going to ultimately strengthen me, right? So that's like taking an inner challenge and turning it into a strength by being willing to face it. And that's what you're being pressed to do here. This has been a challenge lately. The lesson is that your abundance is coming. You've been approaching creating your abundance from a wiser place, not from a place of impulse, but from a place of having grown and learned. This Ten of Pentacles represents abundance. It also is a symbol of the Tree of Life. And it's showing me that you've had a lot of life experience that has taught you, and you are honing your skill about how to manifest from a place of an abundant mindset, from a place of keeping hope alive, even if things around you are making you feel trapped. You're learning how to move forward, even from a place where you feel like you're being forced to be still. What can you do? Well, you can harness the power of your mind. You can change the inner landscape. That is something you have control over, is what you do with your own inner experience and thoughts and emotions. You do have mastery over that. You can learn that. If you don't have mastery now, that's something that would really benefit you. The lesson is, learning how to move forward, learning how to create abundance from a place of stillness. That's not an easy experience for you, possibly, but it's strengthening you. It's empowering you, ultimately. The advice is really beautiful. It's by doing this, you're going to race towards your success, and you're already racing towards your success. Know that you are succeeding. You are in this beautiful energy, divine feminine energy of letting things come to you, and letting the power of your life experiences that have been maybe wounding or piercing, like in these 3 points here, learning how to channel that for your own power and future and success. It's like, if you can see in these cards, I don't know how much you can focus in there, but these 3 points kind of penetrating and freezing this feminine energy in the Hanged Man energy. Now she's channeling that through her heart space and through her solar plexus chakra from an empowered place. Like, if you can channel that right now, like getting into that, like what makes you feel powerful. Think of times in your life that you've felt empowered, whether that's by listening to playlists that pump you up, or by going out into nature where you feel grounded and cleansed. I have I know a lot of people that go to the ocean for that, letting the salt air kind of cleanse the energy away, letting the sand beneath them help them get grounded. It's using stuff like that to move the stuck energy through you and out and towards your advancement. It's really great energy and advice. So whatever you can do to get into that energetic mindset of racing towards success, remembering how it has felt in times past is one way to do that. If you don't feel successful right now, if you feel trapped, you can tap into the emotions by thinking back to a time in your past when you were really on fire and unstoppable and moving forward and succeeding, and get into what that felt like. That's a way to shift your own inner energy, since you can't control external circumstances. And then in the near future, it's bringing in joy, the truth coming to light, justice, and your community of support that doesn't have you feeling trapped and suspended and like it's taking from you. It's like by doing this inner work, you're going to be moving into a time of karmic justice, of almost like coming out. I just saw this vision of like a debutante, or like a coming out, like un quinceañera or something, where you step out into your power, and it's like you're introducing the new you to your family. So a rite of passage like that for women is that, like a sweet 16, a quinceañera. It could also be like a graduation. This is graduation season. So it's like introducing the new version of yourself. By doing this work, you're stepping into the new and introducing the new you to the world, really, is kind of what's coming from a place of justice, of like, I transcended all of this. I did the inner warrior work. Now look at me. Now watch me shine, right? It's a really beautiful energy with the sun empowered. The sun is also a masculine energy, so it's like harmonizing your inner masculine energy to both attract what you need and to race towards success, and how to alchemize those two maybe polarized energies within you at times. So that's a really lovely reading. And let's see, is there anything else I can pull? Let's do one of these rose cards. Any further expansion on these ideas for you that will help you? It's really assuring you that you're going to break through this. This is temporary. Being stuck is not permanent, right? It can be a very frustrating feeling, though, when you are feeling catalyzed and like you want to move forward. Feeling powerless to move things forward can be a really frustrating energy where you're like spinning your wheels. And this is kind of encouraging you to surrender to it, balance your inner energy, and that's what's going to pull you through this time. The Knight, that is so beautiful. And the Alchemist. The Alchemist makes perfect sense here. This is what it's reminding you or encouraging you to do, is alchemize your inner world right now. That's what you do have control over. What else? The Knight here. Card number 16. And card number 3 is the Alchemist. So I'll read the Knight card first. The people and energies we place our desires and attentions on should be where we feel a sense of home rather than battle. Go in this direction and choose not so much the comfortable place, but the place that is true for your heart, this karmic justice place. We risk the loss of ourselves in the pursuit of what we think we desire without sometimes stopping to evaluate. The Knight is ready to go into battle at all times for the people and ideals they serve. Dedication and devotion should always be in alignment with the positive values of the Knight for a harmonious life. Really wonderful. So no battle for the sake of battle. And you might be feeling tempted to go into battle right now because you're getting frustrated. Like an image that came through several readings back was of like being a jaguar, waking up from being tranquilized in a cage. Like you've got to really get your impulse to go to fight instinct right away. Temper that. It's going to help you to do that so that you don't harm yourself or others in the process because you feel embattled and like you want to break out. You can learn how to subliminate that kind of energy by going inward and managing your inner emotions. That is emotional alchemy and spiritual alchemy, card number 3. This rose was the Duke of Edinburgh rose. It's an old garden rose. And this is a wild rose, the alchemist, Barbary. It's a Barbary version of Rosa. Card number 3, the alchemist. Before you, there may be paths to choose from and problems to deal with, or a blankness that needs to be filled, and this will only be solved by your own hand. Your perspective is vital and has ultimate bearing on the next move. But use that power wisely, as movements that are unbound by natural laws are usually short-lived celebrations of glittery magic and emptiness. But that is so true. Work with this suspended energy. Don't try to force things or fight against it. You're not meant to. The alchemist crafts from what is already here and with the resources that are available. They trust in their own natural abilities and the possibilities and intuitions inherent within themselves and others. It's really great, really wonderful advice. I'm glad to do this layout because it's sounding like I know I needed it. Because like I said, I run a little bit hot and like I want to just move things forward all the time and struggle with patience. So this is a great lesson out there for us to remember to work with stillness and not see it as something that's embattling us or blocking us, but something that we can optimize to our advancement. Harness the power of poison to heal. If stillness and hanged man energy is like your poison, transmute it into wisdom, right? It's a great advice. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for being here.